usually what happens is whenever we mount our ADLS to Databricks, we will get the path using that. So it will start with DBFS itself. Then we will have, let's say, I'm giving a real world example. Whenever we are working in projects, it will always be mounted in ADLS.
Yeah.
So after DBFS, it will be /MNT. This is the mount point.
Yeah.
So you know what is mounting, right? We make a directory in ADLS available to Databricks. So whenever we need to access any file from that mount point, we have to go through DBFS and access it. It's a Databricks file system, mount point, and then from the mount point, you will give the path. So let's say if mount point is inside a container, a folder inside a container. So from that folder, the path after the folder you have to give here, so as to access the file. Got it?
Not completely, Adarsh. If you can explain that a little bit.
Okay. So let's say we mount dbutils.fs.mount, and then we give the path, and we give our ADLS path to mount, and then we give that mount point as MNTA. Okay, this is the mount point that we have given for this particular path in ADLS. Okay, now here.
Can you explain that? Like when you say you're giving a mount point, like how do you make those determinations?
That's based on business requirement. So let's say if you have an ADLS path and we need to access the files from that path. That path we will be giving as mount point. Or if you want to access different containers inside a storage account itself, then you will be giving just the storage account here. So from the storage account, we will be traversing to different containers using this part of the code.
And for setup, you can just directly put the ADLS path and the mount point, and you'll be able to pull the files from there. Or like, don't you need to do any kind of like setup in terms of security and things like that?
Yes. We need to do that. We need to give the access key,
Yeah.
app, all of that. Yeah, that we will be seeing in later session. So we mounting and all is coming in later session. I just showed you how
Okay.
the idea of mounting. How to mount we will see in later session. That is not related to read and write session that we are having today.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So the basic idea is we'll have an ADLS path. From that ADLS path, we will be referring as a mount point, and from that mount point, we will give the file, the rest of the path here. That is it. Now,
When you said
yeah,
that dbutils, what does that exactly do? That function you had there?
Databricks utility function dbutils.fs. Fs is file system.
Okay.
So if we do dbutils.fs.ls, which is to list the files, and if we give a path, that'll okay. Let's see here. So I need to create a new resource. This might take some time. Okay, so what happens is we are trying to check what all files are present inside this particular folder. That is dbutils.fs. Similarly, we have dbutils.mb, we have dbutils.cp to move the files, to copy the files, then to mount dbutils.fs.mount. Yeah, don't worry, all of that is coming in later session.
Okay.
When we play around Databricks here. So this session is exclusive for read. Yeah. So now here, let this complete. Then we will be able to. I'll be able to read the file. from a CSV and then display it here.